Hello. Looks like people are coming in. Hi. I'm gonna start sewing here. I got some things to work on. I'll show you in a second. Once I get my needle threaded. A little disclaimer, the roof is getting clean today, so there might be some noise. Hopefully not too much. I decided to stream anyway because I felt like it. Oh, yes. And the bird is squeaking in the background too. Being a little stinker. Lots of sound effects today. Okay. Alright, now let me show you what I'm working on today. So, I'm working on this bodysuit. I think most people at this point are aware of that now. I am working on installing some pockets in the chest so that the wearer can put their phone in there, their wallet, their keys, whatever they need. Are nice and big, so if they have a giant phone, they can put it in there. It's just for convenience. I already have one in, so I sewed in last night. And I'm going to work on the other one right now. Usually I do this in my lap, but I think I can put it on the workstation for today. So everybody can see, or at least try to see. I might need to move the sewing machine. Alright, that's out of the way. Oh yes. Here's what it looks like so far. This is just the inside too, that's why it's not fluffy. Yeah. Where can you buy a good fursuit cheaply? Sorry, good fursuits are not cheap. I wonder. One moment, I gotta adjust my tripod so everybody can see what I'm actually working on and not just my face. Never mind, YouTube won't let me change the orientation. Well, that's annoying. Sorry about this, folks. This is kind of weird, I know. I have to screw the thing back onto the tripod again. And there's Doki. Okay. again, sorry about that. Hopefully, you can see now. I'd love to answer any fursuit making questions people have. Or I guess questions in general that are respectful and appropriate. Oh. Can you guys hear the yard work and the roof being cleaned? If so, I do apologize. There's nothing I can do about it. I have a stinky little English budgie. His name is Reed. And he is my little chatterbox. I've been in the fandom since 2020, I think. So, pretty close to 3 years. I've been a furry for longer than that, I think. Or at least I've had the interest. But I wasn't aware of it until 2020. But anyway, welcome to the fandom. We're very glad to have you here. I've been working on this bodysuit since I think maybe February? It's kind of hard to tell, since I've had multiple things I've had to do at once, so it has slowed the process down. Like I was working on the feet for this, a couple streams back. I finished them now, and then I started working on the bodysuit itself. But before then, well, I think I've been waiting to work on this for a little while. I waited a bit to get the duct tape dummy for it. So there was a delay. That was in between when I was working on the feet and when I wasn't. And I was working on this guy. It's kind of complicated, but I'm gonna say February. Okay, they're the roof people. Hi, roof people. I have no idea how loud they're being, so I do apologize. You can't see this. Yeah, I have had a good time making this. There have been some struggles, but overall, it's been a pretty cool learning experience for me. And, you know, I'm actually really surprised how little time the bodysuit itself took me to make. Like, the whole thing is really just sewing. And sure, there were a couple things I have to glue in. Like, here, I have them here with me. Where are they? Aha! I have to glue in, these rubber spikes. I can't sew these in. I gotta glue these in. And I also need to do something for the wings. Because this character has wings. And I'm kind of putting that part off a bit since I'm kind of nervous about it. But for the most part, it hasn't been too complicated. I thought there'd be more pieces to this bodysuit that I'd have to sew together. I did the arms first. I completely finished the arms. And then I sewed them on to... No, I completely finished the arms. And then I started working on the bodysuit. So that way I'd have less pieces to try to puzzle together. And I think it was like... maybe 22 pieces of like duct tape. So this bodysuit has 44 pieces of fabric in it, which I thought that'd be more. You should get some sleep. Chemistry is terrible. You should go to sleep for that. Well, fursuit making is something that you just need practice for. Like, I didn't jump right into bodysuit making. This is my first bodysuit, and I've been making fursuits for about 2.5 years now. And I've had lots of sewing practice. I even had some sewing practice before joining the furry fandom. I've just always enjoyed it. But it is a skill that you really need to have for fursuit making. Underoath. No, I'm sorry, I can't remember almost 10,000 people. I do apologize. But I do appreciate you being here, so thank you. Now, machine sewing definitely takes a lot of work, and it's almost like an entirely different skill. Yeah, it's challenging, but it can be even more challenging if you have a bad sewing machine, let me tell you. I used to use a really old sewing machine. I think it was made in like the 70s. It was horrible. It was so unreliable. And it had so many problems and I couldn't figure out how to fix them. And eventually I got a new one. I think it was like 2 years ago. And oh my gosh, it makes such a difference. But I do realize not everyone can afford something like that. And you have to make do with what you have. And again, I apologize for the people on the roof. I don't know. I'm going to show everyone what I've been working on. So here are the little pockets I've been sewing. During this stream, I've sewn that much. I've already done this one. Nice and big. Good pockets. Yes. So I'm putting these pockets in so that the wearer can put like their phone, their wallet, their keys, whatever in here. I saw Nefertiti do this on TikTok with Tomba, if anyone knows who I'm talking about. It's one of her personal suits. I don't really see her making content with them anymore, but it was something that really caught my eye, and I'm like, wow, that is really smart. I gotta use that. Cause you know, it's just a pocket, you know? But no one thinks to put pockets in fursuits. And you know, if they're gonna pay like $8,000 for a fursuit, you might as well have pockets, you know? What on earth are they doing? My bird is being chirpy in his cage. Oh, the door is open. Bird. Oh, he's very silly. I'm hoping I can get to 10,000 subscribers by Saturday, so I can have, so that I can do that live stream I was, planning on doing on Saturday. I wanted to do it last Saturday, but we didn't reach 10,000 by then, so I'm hoping we can do it this Saturday. And if not, then we'll get pushed off until we have that many. So subscribe, you little chicken nuggets. Oh, good question. Toki, he is a lynx, which is a type of wildcat. Specifically, I made him a Canadian lynx, just because I felt like it. Most people think he's a caracal, because of the little ear tufts. I don't blame them for that. But he's in fact a lynx. Trippy. Once again, I apologize for the roof cleaners. I don't have control over them. But I can bring you like 2 inches away from them. I think I've made 7 fursuit heads. Let me count. My first fursuit, Toki 1.0. Then I had 2 pre-mades. And then I had Toki 2.0. And then, no, I've made 8. 8 if you count dino masks. Or 5 if you count foam bases. Well, but I've made 3 dino masks. This is one of them. They are for sale. And they're like 25% off because nobody wanted them. You should buy. Only buy if you can, so it's okay. Or if you want them. Don't buy them just because I want you to. You can buy them on my Etsy shop. If you go to my channel and you hit the very top bit that says, "Hi, my name is Vex Deinonychus," if you click on that, there will be a link that you can get. You click on that, you go to the Etsy store, and you will find them. I will say they are not cheap. I put tons and tons of effort into them. They are not your average dino mask. They are not cheap. Just disclaimer. Just special. I tried. Sure, you can see So during this stream, I have sewn all along there. These 2 are little pockets that I'm putting inside of the bodysuit. It's just like on the chest area. And this is so the wearer can put their phone in there, their keys, their wallet, whatever they need. Because pockets are good. And if you've ever had something that doesn't have pockets, it's like, well, where do I put my stuff, you know? If you're paying a couple $1,000 for, you know, a full suit, why not put pockets in it? It's just a little bit of work, too. For something that's just going to be so much more convenient. And then nice and big, so if they have a giant phone, it can fit. No, this is not for me. This is for my client Axel, who is, if anyone remembers the Dragon Dog pre-made I made in the fall, that is for this. Thank you. I work really hard to make my fursuit special. Lots and lots of hours go into these, and I try to make them the best that I possibly can. It's just something that I can't rush. Some people can rush it, and it's still amazing, and that's absolutely incredible. But I cannot. I am slow. But part of that is because I'm still learning, and I try to, I use a bunch of different techniques for like the first time when I'm making things, so it's kind of slow, but it pays off. Like, I'm doing a lot of firsts right now. I have a number of fursuits that I've made, and they've all been different in how I've had to approach them. For example, this Dynamasks here, the thing is, the Dynamasks have to fit in order for the moving jaw to work. So I had to figure out, like, okay, how do I make it fit the wearer? Because I don't know what their head is going to be like, because I'm just putting it up for sale. It's not a commission. So I had to figure out how to make it adjustable. And I did, and I got it eventually, but boy did it take some time. Another big example I've had to face is my mannequin heads being too big for, like, in comparison to me. Like, I have a much smaller head than the mannequin here, and I had to figure out, well, I need to use the mannequin, but I don't know how to explain this, but I still need it to fit me. And so I figured it out. Yeah, this mannequin head is the Ed head from Monster Makers. I got it off of Amazon. It's really nice. I like it. It's a 23-inch head, which is average. The only thing I don't like about it is there's like a little thing at the bottom so that you can fill it with water to weigh it down, but it's not liquid proof. Like, water will leak out, which is annoying, but you know, it's whatever. Fursuit, so for me, normally when I make a, like a mini partial, which is what I usually do, that would take me like 3 to 4 months, usually 4. Some of that is because, like, I'm learning. Some of that is because, I'm a student, and I can't just work on fursuits all day, every day. Another example, I made a griffin fursuit, I think, maybe, like a year, more than a year ago. It was like 2 years ago. It's been a while. And I bought a foam beak from Dream Vision Creations, but it was so heavy, and the glue wouldn't stick to it, and I'm like, well, what do I do? And that probably put me back like a week or so. That's just another example. What's going on here? Ooh, Minty, are you in here? Hello. Hi. Oh, there's a number of people just coming in. Little disclaimer, we're having some work done on the roof, so there's a little bit of noise. I apologize for that. It's out of my control. I just wanted to stream. I was bored. I'm working on a full suit. I'm sewing some pockets to the inside so they can put their phone in there because it's convenient and pockets. Who does not want a pocket in their fursuit? Yeah, so I just have a couple little squares of fleece that I'm ladder stitching to the chest area so that it's nice and accessible. I saw Nefertiti do this with Tomba on TikTok maybe 2 years back. It's been a while, but I remember seeing that and thinking, why isn't everyone doing that? That's so smart. Thank you for the reminder. Yes, Nefertiti is a really big inspiration for me. I really love a lot of the techniques she uses. Like, for example, I really like how she makes her wings, and I remember seeing that video for the first time and thinking, wow, this is so creative. Like, she is such an engineer for this. I want to do that too. And I did end up doing that with this guy's wings. But her tutorial was for feathered wings, and I was trying to do like dragony bat wings, and it was such a learning curve, and it was so hard. Oh my gosh, I really hate making wings now. I also really like her fursuit and art style. I just think it's really neat. and I followed maybe too many tutorials for this bodysuit. But I'm doing my best. I'm just trying to make the best product possible for my client. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah. I guess he is. But that's how follow me eyes work. It is just a curse. He will always be watching you. There's nothing you can do about it. He watches me while I sleep. I said this a bit earlier in the stream, but I'll say it again. You should subscribe. We're closing in on 10,000, and I have something planned for that. And if we can get there before Saturday, we can do a special cool live stream I have planned. But I won't reveal it until we're a bit closer. I really want to do it. I've been waiting for a while. I thought we could reach it last Saturday, but we didn't, so we gotta wait another week, unfortunately. Second announcement, you should buy this fella. They are on my Etsy. You can find the link in my YouTube bio. They've been up for sale for like 2 months now. They really need a home. They're 20% off. You should get them while you can. Crazy bird, what are you doing over there? He's being weird. Oh, my little bird. If anyone has any fursuit making questions, I'd love to answer them. I feel wise in that department. Sure, it's just not very specific. I'd tell your friend that they should do lots and lots of research. I personally recommend Mugiwara Cosplay, Sky High Studios, Nefertiti. Those three are on YouTube. And off of YouTube, I recommend Matrices, or maybe it's Matrices, I don't know. You can also find some good tutorials on Etsy that you can buy. But if you can't afford those, then YouTube is a great resource. That's what I use. That's how I taught myself. I'd also tell your friend to be patient, take their time, and don't be afraid to redo something if you have to. Especially if it's their first time, don't rush things. You're never gonna love your first suit, but you're gonna love it even less if you rush it and you don't know what you're doing. Ooh, what stitch is best for fursuit making? Good question. There are a few that I like to use. I prefer the ladder stitch. I will show you what that looks like right now. Here it kind of looks like that right there. I know it kind of looks like a whip stitch, which is another one you can use. I don't recommend it quite as much, but it is still a good one. And you should also know how to use the blanket stitch. That is very important. A good website for Dynomask making. I never used websites for Dynomask. I used Nefertiti's 2-part Dynomask making series. I thought it was super informative. I had almost all the information I needed. Another good one was Mugiwara Cosplay's tutorial, but it was a bit more vague. I forget the name of the other one, but there are like tons of people who have made tutorials about how to make a Dynomask. And I have a couple like small tutorials on my fursuit making tips playlist. You can probably find them somewhere on my channel. But yeah. I'm sorry, that was kind of vague of me. I apologize. Oop. What are you doing back there? Oh, he's just watching me. It's fine. There he is. He's just being himself. Yes, he is a budgie. He's an English budgie, so he's big and fluffy. Very brown. At least from that angle. I think I'll have this bodysuit done by hopefully the end of the week. I don't know for sure, but it's looking pretty darn good. What's the fur called on the masks? I don't know what you mean. Are you talking about, like, the fur fabric? Because this is called faux fur. I think it's like Faux, Fur. Yeah. Tips on opening an Etsy shop. Well, I've had an Etsy shop for quite some time now. I'd say, well, I guess it really depends on what you're selling. But if you can't be more specific, I'd say it's really important to have good customer service and to be patient and nice to your clients. Because if not, then they're gonna have a bad experience, and then that makes them more unhappy with the product. For example, someone might have an absolutely terrible experience with their fursuit maker, but have like an amazing fursuit, but maybe they don't. Most people, if that's the case, they won't enjoy their fursuit as much, even if it is amazing, because they just had such a bad experience with it. And the opposite can also be true. If they have a phenomenal experience, but maybe the quality is a little off, they're still going to enjoy it much more. And I think that's really important for people to know. Another piece, don't stock more than you think you can create. If you're selling physical items, like for me, I had some fursuit headbase commissions pretty early on in my Etsy shop. I don't take them right now, so don't make any offers. But I had like 5 or 8 for sale, and it was very stressful for me because I couldn't keep up with the orders. And I'd say, like, oh, I get them done in like 2 weeks or something, and that's something that you have to put into Etsy's system. Otherwise, oh, it's on time, oh, it's late, oh, it's early. So either give yourself more time or stock less. Because maybe there's like a personal project you want to work on and you won't have as much time for that. Like for me, I had an experience where I was working on a pre-made at the time, but I kept getting Etsy orders and I couldn't finish the pre-made. It took me a while. I did get to it eventually, but it was really frustrating for me. I've learned from that. Yeah. How do you make an Etsy shop account? It has been a while since I made my Etsy shop. I think you can just go to your Etsy profile and like message, I don't know, Google it. I just Google it. Don't ask me. I don't remember. But if you're a kid, you will need help from your parents. They need social security information because it's a business. So just make sure your parents know better, or whoever's with you, your parents, guardians, whatever. You need their permission, and you need to have their support. I'd love to answer any more fursuit making questions. The more specific, the better. I couldn't even tell you how many times people just ask me for super vague advice. I don't really know where to start. Again, I apologize for the people on the roof. I did not know they had that at Walmart because they don't have Walmarts where I live. I live in Washington and there are basically none. I think there might be like one or two and they are far, far away from where I live. But that's cool. I wouldn't recommend the fur from there though. I haven't seen it, but I know it's not good. But yeah, I'm sure not everything is super high quality, but I also have like 5 stores I have to go to. When making a fursuit. Let's see, I gotta go to Joann's for some fabric, some foam. Like, I get my high density foam from Joann's and some other fabric and junk. And I think I also get paint from them. And then I go to Hobby Lobby for my thread and some other foam. And I have another store that I also get thread at. And another store where I get paint sealant at. And it's a whole thing. If anybody has fursuit making questions, go ahead and ask. That's what I'm here for. Your little bird. Oh my goodness, he's being very squeaky. Hello to everyone spamming hi. Hello Tempe, you seem very excited. Oh. I have this fursuit over my left right now. It's like a blanket. It's kind of nice, actually. Oh, I'm sure he is plotting for world domination. He's probably been telling me about it this whole time, and I've just been too foolish to not see it coming. He's very happy. If anybody has questions about fursuit making, I would love to answer them. Or questions for me in general, as long as they are appropriate and respectful. The first fursuit I ever made. Good question. I had a dino mask. It was my Persona Vex. It was in 2020. I showed them in my, my 100 subscriber special Q&A video. It was like a long video, so you can just find it on my channel pretty easily. I showed them off pretty well. I don't wear them in videos anymore because they're so uncomfortable. And I didn't make them very well. But that's because it was my first shot at it. And you can't expect much from a first time. It's disappointing, but since I put so much work in it, but it's okay. I did have some prior sewing knowledge because I've always enjoyed sewing, but you know, it's, hey, I didn't have that much skill. Oh yes, he's very chirpy. He's my good boy. Even if he is very annoying, I love him. Alexa?
Sorry, I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Looks like the machine will allow a couple of hours, so it's very slowly. Unplug both of them, unplug the router plug in. Wait 40 seconds. Once the router is back
Okay, well, my Alexa is, trying to tell me that the Wi-Fi isn't working. I hope it is on your side. No, I am not hand sewing the whole thing. I will show you what I am hand sewing. That'd be crazy if I was hand sewing this whole thing. I have a sewing machine, which I'm very grateful for. There's just a small little section here that I'm hand sewing. As soon as I tie this knot, I will show you. Right. Okay, so I am hand sewing these little pockets on the inside of the fursuit. This is like the chest area. They can put their phone in here, their wallet, keys, whatever they gotta do. It just makes it more convenient for the wearer. Because who doesn't love pockets, honestly? And if they're going to be paying, you know, however many thousands of dollars they're paying, why not have pockets? It's not that much work. It really isn't. And the pockets are big enough where if they have like an absolutely ridiculously massive phone, they can put it in here. They're much bigger than they need to be. But bigger the better. I mean, it's a pocket. You can put anything that you can fit in the pocket. I'm not gonna dictate what you put in here. As long as it's legal, then it's fine. Like, I don't know, maybe they went to Pokemon and they can put Pokemon cards in here. I don't know. Maybe they might get hungry when they're fursuiting and they want to put like a tiny pack of Cheez-Its in here. Who am I to judge? I don't think you could put chocolate in here because it's gonna get really hot and the chocolate's gonna melt. I don't think a bird is a good option though, because the bird might not breathe. And I'd be concerned that the bird's little toenails would be caught on stuff. Like, these stitches that I'm doing aren't exactly small, and a little bird toe could easily get stuck. A pocket in a pocket in a pocket. Not like the turducken of pockets. Let's see, what else could you put in here? If you had like a super tiny tablet, maybe. I don't think they make tablets this small. I don't know. It's only like 4 inches wide. Thank you, Destroyer. how do you put a tiny fursuit in a fursuit pocket? I mean, maybe. Here, I have a water bottle here. Probably not, because that would just be uncomfortable. Because it's like very, very big. And like, compared to a phone, which is very flat. It just take up too much space, probably. But that would be really cool if it could fit a water bottle. Yeah, I don't think that, the fursuit is loose enough where, that would be, reasonable. Plus, it'd be kinda, it'd look kinda weird too, you know? A water bottle fursuit, that's ridiculous. Drink the fursuit? I can't drink something that's not a liquid. That's not how that verb works. Just like, oh. No. No. I think drinking a fursuit would be a little bit unhealthy. Put it in a blender. I don't want to see my hard work be put in a blender. I don't think it's the calories you should be worried about. Oh, someone's speaking Spanish. Perdón, no hablo mucho español. Lo siento. Usualmente, uso un poquito de Google Translate. Yeah, I know a little bit of Spanish. At least enough to quickly, like, sometimes I won't know what, like, a couple words are, and I can just Google them, and I can string the sentence together in my mind. But, I know, you know, when you're taught a language, you're usually taught how to speak it formally. So I don't know, like, a lot of the informal stuff, like, hey dude, what's up, man? I don't know that. Well, I might know. I don't know. Well, thank you. I try. I do my best to not sound like the average American trying to speak Spanish. Because I'm sure that they are very irritating to native speakers. what part of the bodysuit am I working on? I am sewing a couple of little pockets to the chest area so that the wearer can put their phone in there, because that's cool, and we like pockets. One moment, I must readjust. Oh, no more Spanish, I don't know. I would like a cookie, thank you. That's very nice of you. How do you make a fursuit cooler? Well, there are a few different ways you can do it. You can put holes in the ears. Like if, for example, cat ear. Cat ears, they start like this, but they're kind of curved at the bottom. And in that little area right there, you can add a vent and just kind of cut a hole there. I've also seen people add fans. I recommend having an open mouth in your fursuit and making sure that that area is nice and carved out. You can also install fans in the muzzle and make sure you have nice big eyes. Sorry about that. How many hours have I put into this? Let me check. The bodysuit itself, I've been working on for the last week. I can't do the math right now, but let's see. 8 plus... No, I'm just going to read out the days. Okay, so the first day, I did about 2 hours. The next day, about 3.5. Next day, 2.5. Next day, 5 hours. Next day, 6 hours. Next day, 4 hours. Next day, 7 hours. Next day, 5.5 hours. Yesterday, 5 hours. That's just the bodysuit. The full thing, let me think. It's gonna be like at least 200 hours. It's a while. At least 200, maybe 3. I don't really know though. Tis the life of a fursuit maker. wow, we got a bunch of people here. While everyone's here, I want to make, I just want to say, you should subscribe. Look at me being all YouTuber-y. I have something special planned for when we reach 10,000 subscribers. I'm hoping that we can reach it by this Saturday, and I can, release the special thing then. It's gonna be live stream. But we can't do it until we reach 10,000 subscribers. Because then it wouldn't be a 10K sewing, special. I saw the word sewing on the screen and I said it out loud. Yeah, so you should subscribe. It's gonna be fun. It gets jammed more often than I'd like, honestly. I think that's also just because I'm kind of rough with it. I use an Elma. I think it's an Elma 0 something. Hold on, it's like right behind me. Let me look. It's an Elma something or other. I do really like it. It's good for sewing fur. It can handle intense things. I can put it through fur. I can put it through foam. If I'm sewing like feathers or whatever. Why subscribe only twice if you can subscribe as many times as you want? Well, I am a furry, so I'm always dressed like a furry. No, just kidding. Not right now. The vision in this mask is really good, and I need that for sewing right now. But, that's one of the reasons I don't really wear my fursuit when I'm streaming that much. Yeah. Also, this is not very hot. I got it on Etsy. Oh no. I don't know what the Spanish speaker is saying. I'm sorry. Lo siento, Heron, Huber, 10, no entiendo. I said I'm gonna keep this one on. It's better for me to see what I'm doing. But if you subscribe, I will be wearing that one over there, during the 10K live stream. But during little fursuit making streams, I like to wear this one. Lo siento. No hablo mucho español. Hola. Estoy bien. Yes, you can't see what I'm doing at all. I am sewing some pockets right here to the inside of a bodysuit so that the wearer can put their phone in there. Please do not put your children in the fursuit pockets. Or anybody else's children, for that matter. They are much too small. Yes, do I have a phone? I do have a phone. I'm live streaming on my phone. Little bird in the background. You have not missed anything. Do you think I need to put a disclaimer saying don't put kids in the pockets? I know some people can be a little thick-headed, but I feel like I don't need to say that. I feel like most people would just know not to put babies in pockets. At least you'd hope. You know, you never know. The world is full of surprises. What are you doing back there, little stink? Little bird's being crazy over there. Oh, bird. What are you doing over there? You want to see one of my masks? Well, there it is. Terrible angle, but yeah. There's a full-length video on my YouTube channel that is the showcase of that guy. I put a lot of effort into it, and there's like no views. This is the other mask. Well, technically I do have two more, but I don't like them, and they're not right with me right now, so not right now. But I do show them in my 100 subscriber special Q&A video, which is a full-length video that has no views. Or it has some, but not enough for how much work I put into it. They are not great because I do not like them. And I made them, so I can say that. It was like my first and second one. Now I feel bad that I don't know much Spanish. I'm sorry. I probably don't know English. Okay, I have finished with the pockets. And now, there is, let's see here, there is some more more stuff I have to do. I don't know if I can do them all on stream. I might have to end. I'll do some of it now, though. No, don't put children in the public, please. They won't fit. And I don't think they would enjoy it very much, since they won't fit. Now, where on earth did I put my thingy? I put my tags here somewhere. Oh, sí, tengo un lorito. I'm probably saying that wrong. Lorito, loro, pájaro. No sé. Lo siento. I don't know much Spanish, but I will talk about my birds in Spanish. I'm doing alright. I'm glad I am working on the fursuit. No, it won't turn into chocolate milk when it melts. It'll just turn into chocolate goo. Sí, mi lorito es muy bonito. Sure, I'll try to show off the bodysuit here now. Here is the front. Let me zip this up. So I can't see the chat right now, a bit too far away. Here is the front. And here is the back. Oh, arm sleeve markings are pretty cool. I spent so much time on them. Let me catch up. Okay. Okay. How did I make it? I don't really know how to explain it. It's kind of hard. Well, but basically, somebody sent me, my client, kind of covered their entire body in duct tape and then sent it to me like a mannequin. And I stuffed it, and then I patterned it. So that way I have all of their exact measurements. And yeah. Oh, thank you, Killer Rabbit. I try. Well, fursuits are expensive. But maybe one day. Forgot how to do this. Hold on. I didn't forget. I just gotta remember a bit. This part is not enjoyable. I would not make a fursuit for somebody's human baby. Because as soon as I'm done with it, the baby is gonna be, like, not a baby anymore. And then I just wasted my time. Oh, this chat is funny. I don't know, maybe they'd be a toddler, or maybe they'd be like some kid going off to college. You never know. With procrastination, anything can't be done. But I really try not to procrastinate when working on fursuits. Because I like to get my things done so I can get my money. For example, I've got this done, but I have not gotten paid because nobody has bought it yet. Killer Rabbit, no, I'm sorry, I don't remember you. For most of Vinty's live stream, I was actually working on this and not paying attention to the chat much, so I apologize. I'm sorry. Hello, Axel. I am working on your bodysuit right now. I will show you in a minute, as soon as I finish pinning this. The crunchy sound are my clips. I love them. One moment, I'm trying to translate this Spanish. How many subscribers for a face reveal? That is actually an excellent question. So, originally I had said 10,000, but I'm pretty close to that. And I don't think I'm ready for that yet. So, I'm gonna say 20,000, or maybe 20,000, but probably 50,000. I am a minor, and that does kind of become a safety thing. And I guess it's a decision that I have to make for myself. And also the internet is, very brutally honest, you know? How many subs do you need, to go live? Well, they keep changing it. The last time I checked, it was like 50 to do it on mobile. Which isn't that much, which is nice. Okay, Axel, I think you can show this to you now. Let's give it a bit more zoom up. Go, okay. Can you make a marketable plush? I need a lot of money to make a marketable plush. I'm sorry. Okay, here is the bodysuit right now, Axel. Here's the back. And this spot right here is for the tail. There are a couple of slits for the belt loop to go in on both sides. Here's the back. The front here. I have installed a couple little pockets here so you can put your phone, keys, wallet, whatever into these nice big pockets. And there's the front. Still a bit more work to do, but it's looking good right now. A beatbox reveal? You mean the bird? I've showed the bird before. If you wanted to see the bird, you could have just said so. So I can show his stinky butt. Toaster reveal. I don't have a toaster, but I do have an air fryer that has a toaster setting. Because I'm quirky like that. Haha. Fryer reveal. You guys are so desperate. Oh my gosh. You will take anything. You don't need to see my air fryer. I'm sorry. You just don't. Pockets and Fursuit. Who said that they shouldn't be a thing? It's pockets. I saw somebody else put some pockets there, and I thought, wow, that's really smart. Because then, instead of having somebody with your belongings, that, you know, if, like, your belongings are in a bag and someone's, like, bringing your belongings with, you know, like a handler, and maybe they set it down, and then, oh, what happened to your stuff? Now it's on you. Fridge reveal. Okay. I'll give you a little bit of a hint because you were very desperate to see my kitchen appliances. Let's get to 10,000. And I got a little something planned. And we might just have a fridge and an air fryer reveal. Okay. Floor reveal. You've seen my floor in multiple videos. Okay, I just got notified, I do have an Xbox, yes, I just got notified that, I have a thing in my life right now that I have to go do. I have an appointment, I gotta go do that. I'm very sorry about this. I have to leave right now. I hope everyone enjoyed. I hope the fursuit is looking good so far, Axel. Message me if you have any questions. Bye.